Bishop Sycamore is a high school based out of Columbus, Ohio, that went viral in 2021 when they played a game on ESPN. It was a typical big showdown between what was supposed to be two big-time high schools. The one thing about that was one of them was actually not a high school. Bishop Sycamore took on a powerhouse program, IMG Academy out of Florida. The showdown took place on August 29th, and let's just say it was a massacre. IMG won with the final score of 58-0.
Roy Johnson, the head coach for Bishop Sycamore, they're a bit of a mystery in this game.
The network later said it was a mistake. The network, ESPN, said it was a mistake to put the team on television after the program lied about its quality, allegedly saying it had multiple Division I prospects. ESPN's press release said, quote, Bishop Sycamore is a new program with young talent and several players on both sides of the ball that have multiple Division I offers, including quarterback Trillian Harris and offensive lineman Justin Daniel, end quote. They continued on by saying, Bishop Sycamore told us they had a number of Division I prospects on their roster, and to be frank, a lot of that we could not verify, the network said. They did not show up in our database. They did not show up in the databases of other recruiting services. So, okay, that's what you're telling us? Fine. That's how we take it. From what we've seen so far, this is not a fair fight, and there's got to be a point where you're worried about health and safety, end quote. Every time I turn around, Grambling has a new quarterback committed to the program. They all want to sling the rock for an NFL coach, and I don't blame them. Coach Hugh Jackson is on to a great start with his recruiting. One of his newest commits has a very interesting story. He has ideal NFL size, has poise in the pocket, and has good accuracy. This one you definitely want to stick around for. Did Grambling find the quarterback of the future, or is it all smoke and mirrors like its former high school? What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Reggie from HBCU Spotlight, and I'm back with another banger. As you can see, 82% of the channel's viewers are not subscribed. So hit the subscribe button and notification bell so that you will be alerted anytime that I upload a video. Y'all did y'all thing on the last one. Run these likes up again. 100 likes in the first hour, and I'll upload another video. Without further ado, let's get into it. This is the story of yet another trailblazer who is out to bring black college back to prominence. This is the story of Trillian Harris.
Perfect.
First off, I want to start off by saying that Trillian Harris is probably one of the coolest names I have ever heard. Harris is a 6'6", 225-pound quarterback from Ontario, California, where he attended Colony High School. He was a 3-star recruit in the class of 2021. He put up respectable numbers for the Titans. In his 2 years starting on varsity, he accounted for 2,966 passing yards with 19 touchdowns through the air and 11 interceptions. He added an additional 410 yards rushing and 8 rushing touchdowns. He even caught 2 passes for 40 yards and a touchdown. My guy was all over the field. Just for a reference, those 2 years that he started were his freshman and junior year. He suffered an injury during his sophomore season. The point I'm trying to bring home is that he started on varsity at quarterback as a freshman. This guy is the real deal. Going into his senior season, he had limited offers, but was drawing interest from big-time programs. His only offer at the time was from Nevada, but he had interest from Oregon, USC, and Washington State. His dream school appeared to be USC. The California kid said this as he was walking through their stadium. You can walk in and you're underground. You're looking up. You're looking at fans. Coming from Texas, this is big, Harris told the publication. I love the coaching staff. They were cool. They sat me down and watched my tape. So hopefully, the offer is coming soon, end quote. But the USC offer never came. He transferred his senior year to what was talked up to be a big-time prep school in Bishop Sycamore to get more attention from college coaches.
For a same-day appointment.
It's a ghost! It's a ghost!
You know, the one and only Bishop Sycamore.
Where? Where?
The one and only Bishop Sycamore, man. You know what it is.
The Centurions only played 3 games in the 2021 season in various parts of the country. Let's just say it didn't go well. They lost their first game 38-0 to Archbishop Hoban out of Akron, Ohio. Lost their second game 19-7 to Stowe Rocks out of Pennsylvania. And they lost their final game to IMG Academy just 2 days later with a score of 58-0. The story gets even weirder. The roster was very small with only 30 to 35 players. Hence, why they had so many players going both ways. They wore mismatched helmets on ESPN and didn't even have enough helmets for everyone on the team. They even made a GoFundMe seeking $20,000 to fund the program's travel expenses. Yet, they raised less than $200. $140 to be exact. Even with all those things stacked against them, they had signed up to play the 4th hardest schedule in the nation, according to Max Preps. Luckily, they didn't get that opportunity. Players even went on record to talk about their experiences as a player on that team.
Aaron Boyd recalls this pitch he got from coaches to leave Cincinnati and play high school football in Columbus.
When we first moved in, they told us that we didn't have our facility built yet, so we were staying in a hotel in Delaware, Ohio. So we were staying there. We all thought we were just waiting for our dorms.
No dorms were built because this was an online school, and there was no money or food, he said. So the then 15-year-old says he and other players did what they had to do.
Dine and dash, like take food from grocery stores, all that.
Like many players his age, he dreamed of playing against IMG, a high school football powerhouse that was featured last weekend on ESPN against the newest version of Christians of Faith Academy, now called Bishop Sycamore. But his year, he never played against IMG.
It's because we wasn't a real school.
And he said there was little emphasis on education.
We wasn't going to school. I wanted to actually come and go to a real school. Like, it got to a point, like, we wasn't going to school, and, like, I thought it was cool at first. And then, like, it was like, man, like, what am I doing? Like,
ESPN analysts Anish Shroff and Tom Luganbill called the game remotely, and to their endless credit, were very critical of the game on Twitter. Quote, early on, they were getting clean hits on the quarterback on every play. There was clearly a player safety issue, end quote. Sorry, they had no business being in that game today. None. I feel bad for the kids. Player health and safety was at risk today. It was uncomfortable for anyone who watched. No kidding, total scam. You said this could be dangerous. A couple of snaps later, Bishop Sycamore's best athlete goes down. The coach doesn't approve a running clock. Sad. He needs to answer. Bishop Sycamore went 0-6 the previous year by a cumulative score margin of 227-42. This includes a 56-6 loss to IMG. Apparently, that wasn't enough to put IMG off playing them again. Fast forward to more recent times. Harris received an offer from Grambling State University on March 25th and made up his mind not long after. He took a visit on April 4th and said it feels like home already. Can't wait to turn up in the hole. His story is one that you don't see every day, not even in movies. An interview of this guy will be very interesting, and hopefully someone reaches out to him. His Twitter is @TrillionHarris1. Going through adversity like this and still coming out smiling will make anyone want to root for this guy. He was quoted as saying this, "When I tell you my story is one of the best ones, but it's all God," end quote.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, how you feel? You feel good? I feel good right with you. I feel right with you.
Thank you for watching the video. If you made it to the end, type in "keep it trill" in the comment section. What do you think about this story? I was on the edge of my seat making this video, so I could only imagine what you guys are thinking. Also, do you think that he will start for the Tigers in what appears to be a wide open quarterback battle? As always, if you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. We on the road to 10K. From us, over here at HBCU Spotlight, rooting for you, Harris, and looking forward to seeing you shine on the field. We out of here. Peace.